And let me call on Assembly Member Qureshi to move his motion.
Thank you very much, Chair. Can I say, firstly, in moving this procedural amendment to your motion, that I accept the amendment that I understand has been proposed by the Green Party to my procedural amendment.
OK, they'll have to then move it and then you can accept it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Chair, the rationale behind this motion and the timing of it is down essentially to a Met Office warning which was recently issued on the 9th of November that we're set to breach the 1 degree threshold for global warming. That's above the pre-industrial levels, and it would mean that the world is already halfway towards the 2 degree centigrade that is felt by the experts as the gateway to dangerous global warming. That has essentially prompted myself to put this procedural amendment here, and I think the discourse today has helped us to distinguish some clear blue water between the Mayor and the Assembly on some of the issues. London is affected by global warming. We only have to look at the urban heat effect in central London, the risk of flooding, particularly in outer London, and the areas of serious water stress that we do often have in London. This is a pertinent threat to the health and well-being and safety of Londoners across the whole of Greater London. With the UN Climate Change Conference in a few weeks' time, it's also a time for the Mayor to say a few things and leave a legacy. For example, in the London Pension Fund Authority, making divestment a part of that, and also I would like to see the Mayor, if he does get a platform in Paris, argue for cities like London to become conference of the parties to climate change agreements in the future. Those are the kind of things which I hope this procedural amendment lends itself to, and I'm sorry that the Tory group have seen fit not to listen to some of the arguments that we're putting here. But then I suspect they're not keen either to look at what we're proposing needs to happen to restore London's reputation as a progressive, sustainable, forward-thinking city that will take the difficult decisions necessary to improve the lives of Londoners as well as reduce the threats of global warming. That begins with cleaning up London's toxic air. It's going to be probably an effort that's going to take more than just the ULEZ. We want to see tackling fuel poverty, something that's been raised regularly throughout the second term of Mayor Boris Johnson. And we also want to see a new settlement delivered on climate change. The next administration, whoever that may be, will need to redouble their efforts to limit the global warming of 2 degrees and its impact. A renewed effort on carbon reduction targets certainly needs to be made, given the investigations of the Environment Committee when we looked into this last year. The next administration will also have to repair the reputation of London. I mentioned to the Mayor jokingly that the last time he went to one of the conference of the parties in Copenhagen, he made a boast that he would make London the electric vehicle capital of Europe. It transpires that actually he missed all the targets that he set himself. And if anyone has got a lead now as the capital in Europe for electric vehicles, it's cities like Paris with their Autolib scheme. Electric vehicles on hire has substantially helped reduce car ownership there. We also want to make London a centre for environmental innovation, and I think something which I just suggested in our deliberations towards the end, like a London feed-in tariff, are the way to go, given the purchasing power of GLA group members like TfL. This motion has been put forward, Chair, as a means of actually move in this administration smoothly into the next administration and learning the lessons that hopefully a future mayor will learn on this environmental front, and particularly climate change, and give them hopefully some ideas to push and progress right from the beginning of their term, and hopefully watch the agenda on the Paris summit as well. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Assembly Member